Hello guys, in today's video I am going to be showing you a complete guide on how to use PixelLab application. Now this is the application I'm talking about. It can be used for graphic designs and all sort of designs that you need using your Android device. Now as at the time of recording this particular video, this app is not available on the iPhone. It is only available on the Android device. And the benefits of this particular app are so many. So let me quickly get into the app and show you how it works. The name basically is PixelLab. You can clearly see the logo, and then once you've opened it up, one thing about this particular app is that if you are working on a particular project and then stop at some point, when you come back, it will take you back to the project that you are working on. You will then decide to continue with that particular project or not. As you can see, an autosave of your last session is available. Do you want to recover it? You can decide to recover it or not. And if you click onto yes, this is basically what I have been able to do with this particular application for my last YouTube video. Now basically I use this app for creating of thumbnails. So I am going to start from scratch and then show you how you can be able to use this particular application in creating thumbnails and all sort of designs with this particular app. So I have closed the app and beginning afresh. So once you've opened up the application, you are going to be asked again if you want to recover what you've been creating already. In this case, I'm going to be saying no and then cancel. So I have a new page opened up to me. This is basically how the interface of this particular Pixel app looks. Now, if you want to write in a test, as you can see, a new test option is basically allocated for you right here. If you are not interested, this basically is the delete option. Go ahead and then delete this if you are not interested. Click on OK to delete that particular option, which is the text that has been highlighted. Now this is the front page of the design that you want to create. It works just like you can be able to use Photoshop and then Canva on other devices, but this is basically free. What you need to do is to click onto the three dots available right here. Now the three dots is going to take you through few things that you can be able to do with this app. First of all, you can be able to use image directly from your gallery. You can be able to set in a full screen if you are designing and want to see how your image will be looking like. You can use image directly from your camera. So if you want any image at all to come onto this page, you can be able to take your image directly using your camera. And then you can also be able to export once you have finished designing your project. And then we have the image size. Basically, when we go into the image size, you can see it's now in custom for us. That is the square that we have and working on currently. If you go on to square, it is going to be similar. And then we also have profile picture. Basically, this is going to work for your YouTube profile picture and then Facebook profile picture. Normally, if you use pictures for Facebook profile picture, there are some crops, but if you bring it into this particular app and then you work on it using the profile picture option, you can be able to get a perfect fit for your social media account profile pictures. Now we are moving on onto YouTube channel banner and then YouTube thumbnail. We also have Facebook cover art, Google Plus cover photo, and then Twitter header size. Now these are some few things that you can be able to use this particular app to do, and I'm going to be showing you how to finish up a complete design with this app, and we are going to be learning how to design a YouTube thumbnail. Follow through and you'll be able to use that particular method that I use on this app, and then you'll be able to design any project at all that you want. This will be very helpful. Now I'm going to be putting a particular thumbnail that I've created with this particular application. I am going to be creating similar thing within the next couple of minutes. So like I said, stay tuned and you'll be able to learn a thing or two when you watch this entire video. Now quickly, I'm going to be clicking onto YouTube thumbnail and then click onto OK. So the size or the page is going to be set as a YouTube thumbnail option for me. I am going to bring in all the photos or things that I'll be using for the design. And as you can see, the plus option right here indicates how you can be able to add something onto this dashboard. The next option, that is the save option. So if you are done with a project and you want to save, or if you want to save it as an image, you can be able to use this. As you can see, the next logo is the option that you can be able to use for sharing of any project to any other platform. So if you click on it, you can be able to share your project to any other platform if you want. But then again, you can also be able to save the project into your gallery. You can see you can be able to quick share your project to these platforms if you want. We also have this. If you need any help, You can be able to go through that and you'll be able to learn a lot. We've talked about this, and then this is the undo option. If you have done something you are not interested, you want to cancel that, you can click onto the undo option. That is going to delete that. We have the zoom option where you'll be able to zoom in completely into your project, and then you'll be able to clean side and side completely after you have zoomed in. And then we have this tracker that will be able to show the tests are arranged properly, and you'll be able to measure it using this particular tracker. And this option is going to bring forward all the projects or all the materials that you are using to work. So if you've added any material, which I am going to be adding very soon, they will all be shown here for you. So basically that is what this particular sign or symbol means. If we go down, we also have some signs right here. This is the default background. As you can see, the background that we have, that is the default. We also have this thin background. So basically, if you click onto any of the backgrounds available right here, you are going to have the same design as you see right here. So if you click onto this one and then you click onto OK, you are going to have the background looking as it is. And then you can be able to delete the text that is highlighted. So if you click onto the delete button quickly and you click onto OK, you will delete that. But then again, you can click onto the three dots and then scroll down onto image size in order to have a particular image size that you want. So the ratio currently is in the square. I can go all over onto the YouTube thumbnail creation that I want. So I'll have that looking this way. I will also be able to add another background which I want. So I'll click onto the plus option and then go straight into the gallery, and then I'll be able to bring in my perfect background that I want for my image creation. So once I've found my image, I'm going to click on it this way, and then this is how it looks. The full image is going to be brought forward onto the page. Go ahead and crop it here if you want, or you can be able to crop it on the page or on the PixelLab itself, just as you can clearly see that I am bringing this together. You can be able to move it up and down. You can be able to increase the size by clicking on it and then pulling all these edges as long as you want, and then you'll be able to expand it, and then it will fit perfectly to the dashboard. And then once you've been able to do that, one thing you need to know is anytime you pass your hand over it this way, it will be able to move. That is where you need to click right here and then lock it in. If you lock it, you cannot be able to have it moved anymore. You have to click here and then unlock before you be able to have it. Now you have several options right here to play with regarding this particular image alone. That is the disappear option. If you click onto this one, you are going to have the object or the image disappeared. I am going to bring it back by clicking on it again, and I will have it back on. Now I have added the background. What I need to add next is the image that we need to see on top of this particular background. Again, you click onto the plus option and then go bring in your image from the gallery. So I had some screenshot taken from updating my Facebook profile picture, and then I'm going to be using that for this particular thumbnail creation. So I'm going to bring in one of these. If you want it exactly this way, go ahead and click onto the plus option. That is coming to bring in the object. You can see that it is very huge in size. You can be able to manually click onto the edges and then drag it up and down in order to decrease the size, or you can be able to click onto the middle option, and then you have several options right here for you to apply to this particular image alone. You can be able to go through, delete, crop the image, copy, bring it up front, or send it to the back. So if you click onto the back, that particular image has been sent behind this particular background. If you bring it forward, you will have it brought forward. You can be able to position it using this particular symbol also by bringing it left or right, as you can clearly see. Increase how the distance should be moved quickly. So if you bring it a little bit bigger and you move it one, you'll be able to see it moving very fast. If you are done with that, you can be able to position it. So if you click onto right, it will move right relatively. You can increase the size this way. As you can clearly see, the size can be moved like I said manually, or using this particular option also if you want. So moving on, you can see all these are self-explanatory. You can be able to color it, the texture, and then the opacity. That is, if you reduce the visibility of this particular image for a while, color filter, stroke, by stroking the edges of this particular image. So the stroke currently is in white. That is where you cannot be able to see any stroke applied. You can go ahead and bring it to black, or any color, let's say red, and then when you move this, you can be able to have the stroke added. Enough of this, you can be able to go through this yourself if you master it, or with time you will be able to master it. So I am going to put this right here, and then I am going to bring an iPhone image, and then I'm going to put it on top of this so that it will look like this image is actually on an iPhone that I am showing. Basically, that is what it looks like in the thumbnail that I have shown you. So what I do is, all this image, you'll be able to get some of the images on the internet and then save it in your gallery, where you'll be able to use it to create your thumbnail. Or you can be able to take a picture of yourself that you'll be able to use to make your design. Now when you are using your pictures, it will not be more complicated as I am doing with these particular designs currently. So this is actually an iPhone screen that I have downloaded from the internet. I will be able to work with this particular design or the iPhone design alone. I'm going to send this in, and then you can see that we do not need all the text and any of these colors reaching in here. You can see that the size is also bigger compared to what we have right here. So we are going to click onto the size option and then close it a bit. As you can see, it is well enough now. You can see that we need it perfectly this way. What we need to do is scroll sideways, and we'll be going on to eraser, where we are going to erase all these colors that we have seen not necessary in this particular photo. You can clean it manually doing this way. That is going to take a lot of time. Or you can click onto this particular cycle next to the eraser, select the box option, and you are able to use the box to cut the size that you do not want by positioning this perfectly. Cool. I think we've been able to get a perfect position or space that we need to cut. Now, one thing you need to know is, once you have selected that particular spot, click onto any of these. Now, sometimes it can be confusing which of them is going to cut the inner part or cut the outer part. So if you click onto this, and then you can see that it has cut the outer part instead of the inner part, click onto undo, and then click onto the next one, which is going to clean the inner part. Click onto done, and you have the image or this particular iPhone housing covering the image or the screenshot that I brought in. So you can clearly see that we've got the iPhone image on just some part of the screenshot. So we are going to lock in the screenshot this way, and then we can be able to extend the iPhone screen. So if you extend this way, it is going to have the front looking a little bit very bad. So what I want you to do is get a copy of this, that is the iPhone screen or the iPhone housing. Get a copy, and then once you've got a copy, you can bring the copy right here. Turn the copy this way so that you'll be able to use the back of the copy to support this one. To do that, you are going to be scrolling sideways, and then you are going to be having rotate. We have rotate, but then click onto the picture first so that anything that you click on will apply to the particular picture that you have clicked on. If you want to apply or edit any of the photos right here, you need to click onto the photo and then apply this. We have rotate, but we have 3D rotate. Click on it this way and make sure you rotate. No, we do not need this one. And then rotate the x-axis. As you can see, we have rotated this. Bring it this way, and then make sure it falls on the one above. As you can see, it has fall perfectly onto the one above. And one thing is, you do not need to let this move, so make sure you position it properly. You can do that by coming onto the position symbol, scroll sideways in order to have this reduced to the minimum limit, whereby you'll be able to push a little bit. And if you have seen that they have matched each other, go ahead and lock the two together. You can lock the two together by locking it this way, and then when you scroll down, you are going to join them. So you click right here, and then you are going to be joining two of those images together. Here they are. Click here, and then you scroll down and click onto join. Do you want to merge the selected photos together? Yes, we want to. So click onto OK, and those two have been selected and have become one. So as you can see, if you move one, or if you move this image one here, you'll be able to have only one of them moved or move together. Let me try that, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Right here, we've been able to move just one. I'll be able to undo that and send it to its position. Click on to undo, it has been sent to its position. So we are done with one part of the image creation that I'm talking about. We are going to continue with the second one. Now, to continue with the second one, we want the phone and the image to look the same, so we are going to copy each and everything right here. We are going to begin with this, scroll sideways, click on to copy. We are bringing it right here, and then we are going to copy the image itself. So we are going to make sure we lock this one and then unlock the image. If you do not unlock, you cannot be able to copy. So we click on it, copy. It has come. So you move it this way and make sure you lock the ones that you have unlocked. Here they are. And then you can see that this image is on top of the screen, or the screenshot is on top of the iPhone. What we need to do is to click right here, and then this is the iPhone. Click on it. You can click onto the editing key on the iPhone, and then right here we have up front and then down. So if you click right here, you are bringing the iPhone screen on top of the screenshot. Click here to have everything shown and seen perfectly. You can be able to push it up in order to have it seen just as it is in this particular image. So perfectly lock the iPhone screen, and then the image, you can be able to shift the image perfectly to be able to be seen nicely just as it has been seen right here. So we have these two images together. Go ahead and lock them all, and we are going to bring how perfectly the image should look like this. On this image is being cropped. We do not want it to be cropped in this particular settings or screenshot. So we are going to bring a full image of this particular woman from the gallery. So this is the full image that I'm working on, and we can be able to crop it a little bit smaller so we can be able to work with it. Close it a bit before sending it. You can be able to do this on the platform, but I would like to do it before going in. So I click onto done, and the image has been brought forward. As you can see, this is the image, and this is the full image of this woman that has been used in making a profile picture which was cut off. So I'm showing people how you can be able to do this, making it look like the image has been set perfectly after one or two touches have been done. So I'm going to close the image a little bit to make sure that I have it seen a little bit smaller so that it can be able to fit on the iPhone screen. That is perfect, but it should be able to close a little bit more, I think. Close it, close it. So you have to work with this a lot more in order to have it perfectly fit. You need to create the document as if it is professional, so make sure you work on it thoroughly. I think we need to expand it a bit in order to have it full on top of our iPhone screen. So there again, it's been seen very perfectly. I think we can be able to move it up a bit. So what I need to do is that I can be able to shift the screenshot that is beneath this one. I can be able to shift it up by clicking on it. Once you have unlocked it and you click on it, it's been unlocked for you to work with it. So once you've been able to shift it up, you'll be able to have this picture fit in perfectly. And as you can see, the picture has been able to fit in perfectly, unlike this which has been cropped. So once you've been able to do that, for people to know that this is the correct version, I'm going to be adding the check mark and then a cancellation on this with Facebook logo in the middle, showing that we are working with Facebook. But then again, you need to lock all these images that you brought in for them not to be able to shake even if you've touched them. Clearly, well, the background image, this one has not been locked. That is what I'm talking about. So bring it perfectly and then lock it. Now you can be able to move it all around. Now we are going to bring all those check marks using the additional symbol right here by bringing in all the images from the gallery straight on here. So first of all, I'm going to bring in this and then OK. You can see that it is very big. What you need to do is scroll sideways. Click on it first, but it's been clicked on already. Close it, and you'll be able to have it very closed. And as you can see, you can be able to work with it now. But then again, it has got a very white background or a very white color on the red image. What we need to do is we are going to scroll sideways, and then we are going to erase color. Specifically, you are going to be erasing color. not this particular eraser. We have this eraser where you'll be able to clean manually some colors or some position, but this one you are going to erase color. So click on it and then click on this. Now it has already selected a white color to erase. If you do not want to erase the white color but rather the red one, click onto this particular middle symbol and you are going to be deciding on the color. If that is the red, or if it is not the color that you want to erase, scroll side or move on, and if you've got a particular color that you want to erase, click onto the color. Now we have erased the red color. Clearly you can see that the red color has been erased instead of the white, so we are going to erase the white one. Coming on to white, erase it. Now once you've erased, if you think that the white color is still closer, you can be able to move a bit in order to clear it all on it. But then again, we can be able to let this color glow a little bit more by making sure we go in for a color which is going to be red, but it is going to be more brighter compared to this particular red. Thank you, we've got that. We are going to stroke in order to have some white stroke on it. There we go. Perfect. So we've got that on the first image. We need a green check mark on the second image as well, which we are going to be bringing forward or bringing in from the gallery as well. Alright, so I have got this particular green check mark. I'm going to bring it in. It is very small, but I'm going to work with it and then make it look perfect. We've seen that I have cleaned some places. You can be able to clean some places that you want before sending it in. And again, it has also got some white stroke on it. We are going to erase color. Click on it. It has already taken out the white color. You can be able to increase the tolerance in order to completely reduce the whitish color on this particular image. We are going to make sure the green is a little bit brighter. So we go onto color. Click onto color. Well, the default color is red, so we are going to scroll and then we've got green right here. We are going to add stroke to this particular image or check mark. So the stroke is white. Let's increase the stroke width a bit. Alright, so this is very perfect as we want. We are going to bring in Facebook logo for people to know that we are working with Facebook or we are talking about Facebook. Well, I'm having a catarrh while talking, so pardon me if you hear any difficulties in my speech actually. I have got this particular Facebook image, so I'm going to bring this in and we are working with the color blue. So I would like the Facebook to actually be a little bit white or to be whitish because we are working with blue already and Facebook comes with blue and white color. So once we are working with blue, I'm going to be using the Facebook logo to be the white one. So again, I'm going to position this properly and then take out the color blue out of this particular Facebook. Again, you need to know that all these images can be gotten from the internet. So if you're wondering why I got all these messages from, you can get them from internet or you can be able to get them from your own screenshots in order to do these designs. So clearly the color white has been taken off. We don't need the white to be taken off. So we are going on and then selecting the blue color to be taken off, leaving the white. So basically the white has been let go to be alone. As we've seen, we've got a white which indicates Facebook. We need to close it a bit if we want, or you can decide to leave it bigger if you want. Position it properly. So anybody who has come across this will basically know that we are working with Facebook, and then that is the logo of Facebook being shown. So clearly this is how well you can be able to design or use PixelLab in order to design any of your logos. Clearly this is a perfect YouTube thumbnail for how you can be able to fully use your full photograph for Facebook profile picture. You can clearly see that this is how the bad image will be looking like if you do not follow what I will be teaching in this video, which this is the thumbnail for. So basically that is it on how you can be able to use this PixelLab completely in order to edit professionally your images or graphic designs. As you can see, I've said enough so far. If there's anything I've not touched on, you can see that these things are self-explanatory. You can be able to use the arrow, the shapes of any kind. If you click on it, you have shapes right here being shown. You can decide to use any of these shapes for design. If you click this check mark, you have accepted this shape that you have asked for or you have selected. If you click the cancellation, you've not wanted that particular shape. Basically that is it. If you are not okay with anything, you can click here and then blind it, so that will be taken off. or you can be able to bring it on. If you are done with your design completely, go ahead and save this as image. So click on it this way to save, and then the dimension you want the quality to be a little bit higher. I go for ultra and click on to save to image. So the result is currently what is being shown on your screen. This has been created by PixelLab application on the Android device. If you've enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like and then subscribe for more of these lessons in the coming days. I will see you again in the next one. Please stay safe. So the image has been saved, and sometimes if you are saving, they will ask you to stop. It cannot be saved and all that. Just reduce the quality a bit by clicking right here again, save the image, and then you reduce the quality. If you have it on ultra, because of the number of images you brought in, it cannot be able to save. Go ahead and then reduce the quality into very high or medium or custom if you want. Thank you.